Welcome to another episode of The Litter Box, a Detroit Tigers podcast, with your hosts, Bill Patterson and Chet West. Our little series with the Red Sox here has not disappointed in the least. We got a blowout game in Game 1. Tigers put up 14 runs to only the Red Sox 2. Game 2, we got to come from behind, extra innings. What I will say might be one of the more dramatic moments of the season for your guy, Javier. And in Game 3, we're in extras, or almost in extras here, tied 5-5. So I think the Tigers are making a charge here at the end, and they got a guy on third. It looks like something's getting reviewed, but it's ninth inning with a guy on third. We may pull this one out, too. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Knock on wood. Bill, what did you see in Game 1?
What I saw was a 14-2 win that was complete and total Tiger dominance.
Where
the offense was superlative and Jackson Jobe was great. 5.2 innings, 1 earned run, 5 walks. That might be the one complaint, but that is so nitpicky. And he had 7 Ks. The bullpen took care of what they needed to, and it was exactly the rebound that this team needed coming out of, I don't want to call it malaise, but after hearing what national media and local media had to say, the Tigers faced 2 of the best pitchers in the American League on Saturday and Sunday in the Rangers with DeGrom and Evalde, and it just is what it is. The bats were cold, we faced good pitchers, and they rebounded, and they hit, and everything felt right again Monday night.
I'll say Jackson Jobe's 5 walks was probably like the only blemish of this thing. He had 7 strikeouts, too, gave up 1 home run. They got him up to 100 pitches. He got into the 6th inning. Obviously, he was going to eat as much as he could. Don't want to blow relievers in a 14-2 ball game. You got Tanner Houck giving up not 11 runs in the first 3 innings. You spot another team 11 runs in the first 3 innings, they probably do whatever the heck they want to you from there. Yeah, I thought it was an out-and-out rout. Bottom line.
And Tanner Houck was not sharp.
No. And he wasn't going to be. He had like a 6 ERA coming into that game. What were your thoughts around, a couple guys stood out to me. Riley Green had a good game at the plate. Justin Henry Malloy got a couple hits. 2 hits. You got Zach McKinstry got 2 hits. We had Trey Sweeney with 3 hits. Trey Sweeney staying hot. Javi, 3 hits, 2 RBIs. I mean, Javi, let's just say that's a preamble to the drama of Game 2, but all these guys hitting that game.
Do you want to go to Game 2?
Let's do Game 2. I want to hear your thoughts because Game 2 was kind of the game du jour of this series. That one
Absolutely,
was incredible.
But my play of the game is not Javier Baez walk-off, his second home run of the night.
Yeah.
I mean, it was tied 9-9.
Yeah.
And he had a walk-off in the 11th. I think we all know it. It's been on ESPN. It's been
everywhere.
On Fox Sports. I mean, it's everywhere.
Going to be that's a Tigers 2025 highlight for the rest of the season, right?
I mean, it's the feel-good moment. Yeah. That wasn't play of the game to me, though.
Okay.
Do you want to ask me what play of the game was?
I mean, what?
In the middle innings, when there was a lazy can of corn and Riley Green ran in, knowing he'd never get it, and the shortstop could never get it, and he pretended like he was going to get it, goading the runner, and then grabbed it off of one hop.
Baited. Okay.
He baited. It was like beer league softball circa 2002. You and I out there in these type of shirts and baiting somebody to try to take the extra bag, and they got him. And I swear to you, that's where the game was won. Like
I mean, that's just the mind game right there, right?
Yeah, and
just outplaying them at that point.
And now my guy, our guy, who I have to apologize for all the stuff that we've said about him.
I was wondering if you're okay. Yeah, go on.
Javier Baez.
Yeah.
Baez is now being talked about as the American League Comeback Player of the Year.
I can't even believe we're having this conversation.
And
right now.
Can I just do 1 minute on this?
Go on.
He has been a consummate gentleman. He's been a consummate teammate. He has not gone after the media. He has taken this all in stride, meaning the highs, the lows, everything. He's been just a true professional. And he's doing it playing a position that he's never played professionally. Never.
Yeah.
Not in rookie ball,
Yeah.
not single A, not in double A, not triple A.
Mm-hmm.
Not that he spent a lot of time in triple A because his ascension was very, very fast because he is that great of an athlete. And it's not on him for what the contract dictated. Okay. The Tigers signed him for what the Tigers signed him for.
Yeah.
That was,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people panned the signing. I will say this. I would love to compare stats from here on out versus Carlos Carrera because right now, Javier Baez is coming out, I think, ahead right now. And I think the Tigers are coming out ahead. Go.
It could be true. I actually thought about this the other day. I was like, these 2 months, of just incredible and let's call it inspiring play. He's filled in at a difficult position, center field, when they needed him most. And he's come on and played it in a top 5 level defensively. His bat has been unbelievable. If you told me in March Javier Baez would be in the middle of May batting .320 and winning ball games for us, I would have said, yeah, it's not 2017 anymore, 2018 anymore. Like, this guy's not, there's no way. And now here we are. And I get to watch this. And do you see him after he hit that second home run last night? He kind of knew, like, I'm back, baby. He hit that thing, strutted off the home plate to first base to do his trot. And the catcher, the second the bat made contact with the ball, the Red Sox catcher, I think it's Narvaez or maybe it was one of the other guys, just gets up out of his crouch and walks back to the bullpen or back to the dugout. Didn't even watch it. Didn't even just got up and was like, game over on contact.
All right. Can I give you just a couple more thoughts?
Go. Let's finish second game. We'll get to
our guy, Javier.
Yeah.
As of game 2, had a 870 OPS, 2 dongs, and he walked. Now, hold on. It gets better. Do you want the icing on the cake? He also struck out twice.
That's amazing.
We finally have Jason
2 for 4,
Foley
2
news.
strikeouts, 2 home runs. It's an all or nothing game.
Oh, I mean, he is, yeah. I mean,
All
that
or
is,
nothing game.
Yeah. Jason Foley is having surgery, which explains just about everything we've needed to know about that. Very sorry that he's having to have surgery.
Okay.
That being said, let's hope that he has a quick, fast, healthy recovery because he is an awesome Tiger. I've got a question for you.
Go. What do you have?
Since August 1st of 2024, who has more wins than the Tigers?
You sent this to me the other day. The Dodgers.
Actually, they don't now.
No?
They're tied.
Are they tied now?
So the 2 best teams in baseball
As
since
of
August
yesterday,
1st,
or something,
2024
the
are your Detroit Tigers and your, well, I guess if we have any listeners in Southern California, the Los Angeles Dodgers. That being said, the Tigers are now 8-2. Bad news, and it's not necessarily bad news, but the division's awesome. The White Sox are actually 500 in May.
It's crazy.
Insane.
Nobody's
the Twins
losing.
are now 11-0.
Yeah.
In their last 11. The Royals are 7-3. The Guardians / Indians, I'm always going to say Indians, 7-3. You can't ignore 44 years of whatever, It just is what it is. And then this is just a random news and notes for you before we get into tonight's game. Best giveaway that I've seen this year, and I do track this stuff. The Orioles are giving away a bowling shirt on May 30th. I have no idea what that looks like. I have no idea how many people still bowl anymore.
Are they going to have like Rushman's name in? Like,
I don't know. I'm going to send them a note from the pod.
You have like Adley stitched into the side, like on the front.
The dude, I don't know.
That's fascinating.
Couple more news and notes.
Yeah.
I was 100% wrong. Carp leading off before Torres is unreal. In case in point, each time this has happened, Torres has crushed a pitch. It's some sequence, usually on a slider. So just that's it. And then Riley Green has a, 14 game on base streak. And then I will place the money tomorrow if you'd like me to. Torque is now 75-1 AL MVP. What do you want me to put down on that?
75-1 AL MVP.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't put too much on that.
I mean,
mainly because
a C note, right?
Yeah, sure. Go throw $100 on it, but don't put the mortgage on it. Here's why. Like, he's just not. I don't know that dynamic would be a good way to describe him as a player. Usually an AL MVP is a more dynamic player than that. Or an MVP in general. Like you're getting like a Mookie Betts or somebody along those lines. Shohei, for instance. Or you're getting a guy like Judge that's just so prolific with the bat. I don't know that Torque is there yet. He keeps going like this for another month or so. I'm not trying to take anything away from him. Just don't know that we're at AL MVP level yet. But it's 75-1. It's a fun bet. I'd put like $10 on it personally, but I'm cheap.
Here's my thing. I can't even believe he was in the top 5.
I can't believe he's even in the conversation.
That was my
Why is he in
point.
that conversation? Here's another
when I
guy.
said a C note, I was hoping you'd be like, "You're crazy. Run to the hills."
Torque and Javier Baez really were not seriously in any of our season plans. Like none of us were like, okay, whatever we get from him will be nice. I hope Torque just doesn't strike out every time at bat. I hope Javi just doesn't swing at everything 8 miles out of the strike zone. Still kind of is, but he's also making contact and doing a ton of damage. And now all of a sudden we're starting to see Colt Keith peek his head up, and we're seeing Dingler still be an extremely productive young catcher. You've got McKinstry playing. I mean, who's not firing on all cylinders at this point? And what were your thoughts on Skubal tonight? In game 3.
This goes back to our Skubal thesis, is what I'm going to call it. He was good. Again, I have a theory that you win the Cy Young or MVP once, and to win it the next year or subsequent years, it just becomes that much more difficult because you're measured against what you already accomplished.
Yeah.
That being said, I have, again, kind of cooled. Of course I want to resign him. Of course I want him to be a Tiger for life. That being said, the worst case scenario is he becomes Jack Morris for the Twins and Blue Jays, which is worst case scenario, right? Best case scenario is that the Tigers, you're going to get compensation for it.
Yeah.
Even if he leaves, you still get some type of compensatory pick. And that being said, I have to trust Scott Harris and what they're doing. I'm going to compare it to the Lions. I just trust Brad Holmes at this point. Why wouldn't we, right? And at this point, trust Scott Harris because it's going to work. That being said, it wasn't his best outing, and it's going to be tough for him to duplicate what he's done. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less.
Another comparison between the Lions and the Tigers is the damn division they play in.
Exactly.
The NFC North is very much like the AL Central. Mm-hmm. It's basically a mirror image. It's just we can't have things easy, of course. When our team is literally on fire, so is everybody else in both sports. And we'll see how that goes this season for football. But I mean, I'm watching right now, like the Guardians aren't slipping up. The Royals slipped up a little. I mean, the Guardians did drop 2 when we dropped 2 against Texas Rangers, which saved us a little bit. But and I believe KC also dropped 2, but the Twins kept on an absolute torrid pace. So now they're creeping up the bottom. I mean, it's just, you don't have a White Sox. Like the White Sox are a little better this year. There's some of their young guys are playing a little bit.
500
They got some pitching.
As I said earlier, yeah.
They're not going to be the pushover we thought they were going to be back in spring training. So we were wrong on the Sox and we were wrong on Baez. We have to eat crow on both of those. Sox are still in last place. Let's not give them too many kudos yet. But this game this last third game here was kind of crazy in the fact that you've got Skubal kind of pitching like Skubal, but kind of not. Gave up 5 runs, okay? Gave up a home run. Had 11 Ks, though. Still getting those Ks. Like, still striking guys out left and right. And I think the pen did their job. Canley came on clutch. Holton, nice outing. Vest, of course, a nice outing. Justin Henry Malloy. You get Ibanez with a walk, a stolen base, a wild throw on the stolen base. He advances to third, heads up play, and then you get Jahen in there, just loops one over the second baseman's head to drive him in. Now we have Jahen playing. That's the second thing. I think Jahen had a good game yesterday. He had a couple hits. Now he's got another hit for the go-ahead. Does he catch fire now? And if Jahen catches fire, he was kind of one of the guys we were looking at along with, Jace Young, like, is he going to go down when some guys start coming up? Do you send Malloy down? He's young. He's good. I'd like to see him keep playing. I don't know. There's a lot of big decisions to be made, a lot of difficult decisions to be made. But
Jace Young was down.
He went down today. I think Baду came up in his speed.
And Badu quickly went 0 for 3
Yeah.
and was replaced by your guy,
by
Jahan.
Jahan. So who knows how long Badu stays up. 0 for 3 with a K. We'll see.
And if we can, just to do a sobering reminder to
Yeah.
our listenership, Javier or Javi Baez or Javier Baez
Yeah.
did go 0 for 4 and
He did.
went flailing.
And one of those was a pop-up down the first baseline with a guy on 3rd and 1 out in the 9th. So a situational miss. That's okay. He won the game the night before. He had a great game in game 1. He's not going to get them all. Don't go jumping off the bridge here on Javier. But he's still Javier. He's not back to Javi yet. But we just swept the Red Sox, Bill.
I know we did.
And did it in dramatic fashion. And they are a good team. We didn't get their best pitching, but they are a good team.
Very good team.
How about other news and notes? Because some other stuff happened over the last couple of days I know you're very excited to talk about.
Well, let's go with the biggest thing. It's not necessarily Tigers related, but the commish decided to unilaterally say that those that are deceased now can be eligible for the Baseball Hall of Fame, which means that Pete Rose, Shoeless Joe Jackson, and about 16 others now are eligible, which is A, long overdue, B, completely and totally worthy. However, it really makes me wonder what's going on with the commissioner for the fact that he wants to expand a sport where you have 2 teams currently playing in minor league stadiums. I know one of those will be resolved quickly with the Athletics in Las Vegas. That being said, it's long overdue and it's great, and I want to hear your thoughts. It just seems so odd. Can I just say that?
He would lift these bans?
It seems like he was trying to get attention because the NFL is doing their schedule release today. Is my way I read it is like, how do we get as many headlines as we can while we can?
I don't know. I know
I just said an oxymoron
really
there.
thinking they can compete with the NFL at this point. Like, I don't know that. I think they've kind of mailed it in on that, and they're okay. Like, we'll take being number 2 to the NFL, and we'll hopefully grab a few extra people here and there. I will say this: congratulations, Pete Rose.
Oh, hell yeah.
You've been reinstated. You don't know because you're dead. Sorry. They decided to do it after you passed. Hey, whatever. I mean, nobody's perfect, okay? And Pete Rose was far from a perfect person. But the Hall of Fame, while it is the Hall of Fame, it is an imperfect place. There are many, many, many imperfect men in the Hall of Fame. So I don't think they ever proved that he bet against his team. That would have been really bad. I guess I'm sort of in the middle on the whole thing. If you were going to do it when he's alive, so he can at least have the moment. The guy kind of deserved it. He got his hit king. I mean, he hustled like no other. He played the game hard. It's not like he was laying up and being lazy or something. I don't know.
You sound conflicted.
I'm so conflicted.
Really?
I want people gambling on the games. That ruins the integrity of the game in and of itself. But at the same time, I'm not so sure he deserved all the punishment he got.
I've got a really hot take on this.
Okay.
I dislike the guy for one reason.
Uh-huh.
Every bowl cut that I had until I was about 7 years old, I swear he is solely responsible for making that in vogue. And you should hate him as well for that, because I guarantee you had a bowl cut.
1981 era Pete Rose bowl cut was...
We all had it.
Oh, in that powder blue Phillies uniform.
Oh.
With just a floppy bowl cut. Oh, there's nothing better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So that is my diss.
Okay.
Outside of that, if you look at his postseason numbers, he batted well over 320 in the postseason, and his on base. He deserves
to be there. He deserves.
His on base was like above 385. So the guy was nothing short of a genius. Was he a D-bag? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Check him taking out, I believe it's Ray Boone.
Totally. Yeah. Oh yeah.
In the All-Star game. You don't take out the American League catcher.
That have a list of that stuff too, so you can't keep him out because of that stuff.
No. But I'm just saying that, like,
I know.
If you look at the man, but again, I'm going to go back to the bowl cut, and I hate him for that. And if anybody wants to reference this, my parents apparently splurged to have like me sit down and have a painting done of Billy P from the D, age 4 or 5, with
just hanging somewhere.
Vintage.
Can we see this somewhere?
Yeah. Well, Joanne is
Detroit Museum of Art.
Basically.
Is it
No.
is it in
Joanne
there?
and hopefully Susan heard her name shouted out on the Mother's Day, but Joanne was like beyond
Yes.
happy about that. And yes, we will get this going forward. But anyway, it's the Pete Rose bowl cut, and I cannot forgive him for that. One last story.
Yes.
First time having a high school sleepover, if you would, girls, alcohol, so on and so forth. And the host was like, oh, my dad has all sorts of baseball cards. And a certain other friend of mine and I were like, really? Like what? And he was like, I don't know, some guy named Pete Rose. It's like his rookie. It's like my dad's prized possession. We're like, you have a Pete Rose rookie? And he showed it to us. And I'm like, okay, we need to get out of here.
It's what he meant to that era. I mean, for us kids, like 80s kids, like, 70s to 80s kids, he was pretty much the early 80s. He was incredible. Like the 80, 81, 82, like incredible. 70s, obviously, he was incredible. I just don't have too hard of a position on it, but why not just do it when he's alive? Like, why are we waiting till he's dead? Everybody could have predicted they're going to wait till he's dead and then they're going to let him into the hall. Okay, stick it to him, I'd like to see Shoeless Joe get into. I don't know if it's, I don't know that they ever actually proved that he took any money. I don't think he threw any games. I don't think I don't think his stats proved anything. So there are, like I said, litany of people in the Hall of Fame don't belong there, or we could say don't belong there based on their character. Some we could say don't belong there based on their stats. There's been debates on that too. But many we could say don't belong there due to their character. It's not a character contest. It's a baseball Hall of Fame, meaning you did well in baseball. So that's my take. Anything else you want to cover?
I've got just a real quick one for you if you want it.
Go. Give it to me.
The Tigers are still the best team in the American League.
I would hope so after the sweep this week.
Hold on, though. How many teams, just off the top of your head, have won the World Series since the Tigers last won in 1984? And I'm going to give you four guesses.
How many teams have won the World Series since the Tigers last won in 1984? 12.
Higher.
20.
Go one more.
21? That's better parity than I thought there was.
Yeah, and it's also very sobering when you think about that.
Obviously, based on my guess, it's better parity than I thought there was. But I think, yeah. What decade do you think that's due to? Because a couple of these decades, we had some guys winning, like racking them up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Do you want me to keep going? Or?
Yeah, go
Okay,
on.
So you got my AL East, right?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, and then within the division, the Royals, Twins, White Sox have all
Okay.
The Rangers, Astros, Angels, and A's have all won it. The Braves, the Mets, the Phillies, Nationals have all won it, and the Marlins have won it twice, which absolutely makes me want to get sick at some point sometimes.
Amazing that they've won it twice since we last won it.
And I don't mean to call them out, but it just still makes me sick.
No,
Cardinals, Cubs.
Yeah.
The Reds won it in 1990.
Yeah.
And then you've got the Dodgers, the D-backs, the Giants 3 times. That's it.
Who won it the most? Was it the Giants at 3 or was it the Yankees? The Yankees
The Yankees won 5.
5?
Yeah. So I think they're the tops, but Giants had a good run there. So anyway, I didn't mean to get us totally off.
That's great. That's great.
No, but I just thought it was a fun little bit of trivia. And with that, I don't have a ton of news and notes other than, let's see, everybody's rehab assignments are going well. That means that reinforcements are coming. I did see this. This was great. A lot of fan talk within the D is that the mustache should not be brought back up because we're fine at catcher. Dingler has it. Nito has it. And it was very interesting to hear the talking heads be like, he's got a spot.
Back.
Jake Rogers
Bring Jake
is
back.
Good to go. Yeah, I mean,
Nito,
he's fine. So
it can go down for a while. Let's see what happens with Jake. I mean, I don't understand why we're casting the mustache off so quickly. You just want to shave it right off the team, don't you? No.
Not I.
No.
All right.
I need my mustache. Toronto coming up. Getting excited. We got a off day tomorrow. We get 3 games, Toronto, over the weekend. How many do you think we take in Toronto? They're a good team right now.
I know, they're a really good team. I think we take 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3 in Toronto.
Don't ask me why.
I'm going to go 1 game. We get 1.
Okay.
I don't think we win this series. I got a feeling is all. I don't think you're going to get a Skubal game in there.
No,
so
we're not going to get a Skubal
the rest
game
of our
in there.
starting rotation, which will be somewhat dicey.
But to circle back, I don't know that getting a Scooble game's absolutely what a Scooble game was a year ago.
Spotlight on Flaherty for Friday night.
I think Flaherty has an amazing outing.
You think so? He's going to light the world on fire.
Yeah.
I don't think he makes it 4 innings.
All right. Gentlemen's bet on this.
You want to bet on it?
Yeah, well, no. I mean, you already made fun of me for my Labatt purchase. Yeah. So guess what? Buy some Molson. Aren't you close? You're close to Canada.
Yep. Yeah. I think I can grab some Molson somewhere. All right.
Yeah. Canadian beer bet.
Canadian beer bet. Gone.
And a hot dog out of the pocket.
A hot dog out of the pocket. I made brats tonight, and I have to tell you, I did a bacon onion jam for them.
Oh, nice.
And it was delectable. I still wouldn't put it on a ballpark hot dog, but it was wonderful on a bratwurst at home. It's a different game. I'm telling you, it's a different game. You're not making them the same way. It just doesn't work. So you can only get the ballpark juicy marinade at the ballpark. You know the deal. You have to have like 50 of them sitting in a tank. Anyhow, we're not going to go down the hot dog route again. Bill, glad
Chet.
we got this one in. Great series against the Sox. It's time to go north of the border.
Can't wait. First international trip.
First international
Only international trip.
Only. It's going to be great.
I love it. See ya.
We'll talk to you.